Test 1 2 test. Test 1 2 test 1 2. Good evening, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the broadcast. I'm Creole, one half of Untwisting the Game Crypto. Here we discuss all things Bitcoin, Stacks, Polkadot, and Cardano, NFTs, and of course the metaverse. Now, we are not financial advisors, so always do your own research. What's up, everyone in the chat? I'm going to get started in a little bit. Let me know how the sound is. Sound is good, Abigail says. Tight T Das Bino 2. What's up? In this mother. What's up, man? Michael Swain, what's up? You passed. Yeah, so actually today let's discuss CityCoins. They have been very active the past couple of months. The CityCoins community is proposing an update to the emission schedule for current and future CityCoins. This is going to be huge. The update will adjust and compress the emission schedules with the halvings based on a doubling epoch model with an initial bonus period. So I'm going to review the 4 CityCoins upgrade proposals with you, and then we're going to discuss how and where to vote. The voting is actually going to begin tomorrow. And lastly, I want to discuss why CityCoins 2.0 upgrade is so important to the ecosystem by reviewing a really informative article posted by Patrick Stanley a couple of weeks ago, but we're going to review it today. Finally, please click the thumbs up. Will Smith the thumbs up button, okay? Do that for me so more people can be aware of how to vote in these upgrade changes. Coin Holler says a low pass noise is coming through. I'm going to try to get that fixed before I jump into the episode. Thanks. Passive Income says there's fan running or something in the background with the sound. Yeah, let me try to fix that. Oh, okay. Hopefully that sounds a little bit better. I tweaked some of the settings. Let me know. If not, I'm just going to keep on going forward. Arm Jr. says, salute back right at you, man. Let's get into some of this information. Okay, so let's jump into the episode here. If you head on over to the CityCoins Twitter page, they recently posted some information literally a couple of hours ago, and we're going to go over this, okay? First, let's start off with where and how to vote. Again, this was posted a couple of hours ago by at MindCityCoins on Twitter. They say voting begins tomorrow for the first CityCoins protocol upgrade proposal. Here's a quick FAQ on what's happening and how to get involved. So what are we voting on? A proposal to compress the protocol's emission schedule. Here's a quick summary of 1, the on-chain voting process that we're going to discuss, and 2, the proposed protocol upgrade. You can directly review the governance proposals here on this link at GitHub. We will review that next. Now, how long will the vote run for? The vote will begin at block 55,150 and run for 2,100 blocks, ending on block 57,249. Now, 2,100 blocks, that's about 2 weeks, okay? So this means the voting is going to start tomorrow, approximately around 4 a.m. Pacific time, 7 a.m. Eastern time, April 6th, and this is going to go on for about 2 weeks. How does the voting work? Votes are going to be tallied based on the amount of stacked CityCoins outlined in CCIP 011. We're going to review that. Voters cannot withdraw their vote. That's something important. And voters can change their vote during the active voting period. So you will be able to vote, but you can only change your vote within the 2 weeks, but you cannot withdraw your vote. Vote information is stored and retrievable from the contract. Finally here, where do I vote? One, you can sign in with your Hero wallet at vote.mindcities.com. That's the link. I'll leave that in the description below. Two, when the vote is active, the option to cast a yes or no vote will be presented. Then finally, you'll send the transaction and pay the Stacks fee STX token to cast your vote. Now, if you have any further questions, we'll discuss in the chat. But there is also the Discord, community Discord, and it's a lot of good information, real-time information there. Okay, so let's kind of jump into in a little bit more detail what's going on with the protocol upgrades. Okay, CityCoins community posted this on their website March 29th, 2022. It's entitled CityCoins Protocol Upgrade, the Community Proposal. Over the last month, the CityCoins community has been working together to consider how the protocol could be upgraded. These decisions were initially sparked by a realization that our original and current emission schedule is too aggressive, which is creating negative pressure on the ecosystem, aka negative pressure on the price. I've been really bullish on CityCoins for the past I forgot when I started talking about it, but we have seen the Miami coin and New York coin lose a tremendous value in price. That has to do something with the emission schedule. So these upgrades are going to address that. Let's move on. After many open community calls, it was clear that we would first need to formalize a simple format for proposing protocol changes and fair voting process for all CityCoin holders to have their voice heard. Taking input and feedback from these calls, CityCoin's core developer Jason Schrader recently published 2 proposals. 1, establishing an on-chain voting process. In summary, the voting contract will, bullet point 1, store all relevant data for proposals, including off-chain links and hashes. Next, it's going to store the total and individual voting records with functions to query the data. Then it's going to enable any addresses with staked MIA or New York City coin in selected cycles to participate. So this is really important. If you have your Miami or NYC coin locked up in the cycles earning stacks, you can still participate in voting in these proposals. Finally, it's going to calculate the relative weight of token holders' respective votes. Number 2 here, it's going to compress the protocol admission schedule. In summary, the proposed protocol upgrades will adjust, compress the current admission schedule, provide a mechanism to adjust admissions in the future, and provide a mechanism to convert old tokens to the new version. So if these protocols do pass, we will have to migrate our old tokens to a new standard. Keep that in mind in the future. Let's continue on. Jason also flagged the upgrade as an opportunity to add some minor features. This includes token divisibility, optimized VRF code, etc., and some cleanup to the protocol code. And we're going to review the GitHub comments here in a little bit and go through the proposals. Let's continue. As a community, it's crucial that we find ways to continually adapt and improve the protocol, and these proposals are the first step towards a framework that will allow us to do that. Please take some time to review the proposal links above and share any feedback in the comments of the GitHub issues or in the admission schedule channel panel. We'll review that too. Okay, and you can always stay tuned and submit your email for any updates in the coming days and weeks. So let's go on over to the vote.minecitycoins.com. This is the site where you're going to link your Hero wallet and perform your voting, okay? I will leave this in the description, but let's read what is going on. The CityCoins community is proposing an update to the admission schedules model for current and future CityCoins. The update, again, can't stress this enough, it's going to adjust the admission schedule with the halvenings. And it's going to double epoch model with initial bonus period, in which the length of each epoch is twice as long as the last following epoch 1. And we're going to go over the details in the CIP proposal 008. This also presents the opportunity to add some minor features. We discussed the divisibility and upgrading the VRF contract. It's going to allow more flexibility in the future for each CityCoins. Votes will be recorded by a smart contract and tallied based on the amount of addresses has staked in Miami Coin cycles 12 and 13 and New York City Coin cycles 6 and 7. The vote will start around stacks block 55,000. All right, and in the vote.mindcitycoins.com link, there are links to the 4 proposals, and I'm just going to quickly go over them. The first one that we're going to be voting on is CIP 008. So if we go to that link in the GitHub, it lists out what this proposal is actually trying to accomplish, and it's the token configuration. So we're going to add decimal points to the CityCoins, okay? It's going to be more denominations there. Also, CityCoins can be sent and received on the Stacks blockchains, interact with smart contracts, and can be used by any interface that accepts the CIP 010 fungible token. And it's going to actually provide some more information about the token activation here in this link too. CityCoins, they have no ICO, no pre-sale, and no pre-mine. CityCoins are only mined into existence. For more information can be found in the CIP proposal 002. And here's what they're going to be altering is the emission schedule. Miners receive Coinbase rewards for mining a CityCoin outlined in the table below. The halvings are based on a doubling epoch model with the initial bonus period, in which the length of the epoch is twice as long as the last one. Okay, here's the schedule. Following the token activation, the emission schedule continues as follows. And here's the chart for you to review in detail. Now, backwards compatibility with this proposal is going to replace the standard in CIP 005, and it is not backwards compatible. However, an existing CityCoin deployed based on CIP 005 can be converted to the equivalent CityCoin deployed based on procedures set forth in this CIP. Okay, this is all very important here. And they discuss a little bit about the token conversion. So we are going to have to migrate our tokens to this new format. In order to make the upgrade as seamless as possible, contract functions will be provided that allow direct conversion by burning the old version of the token, emitting the CIP 008 asset, and also allow conversion through mining and stacking with the newly deployed core contract. Okay, that's CIP 008. We want to vote yes on all 4 of these. Okay, CIP 009, technical consideration here. It deals with the VRF contract. Okay, the VRF contract is used to determine the winner of a mined block. Okay, this is the lines of code that they're going to be updating here. What does this mean for you? cost savings, okay? Using the Clarinet console, we can evaluate the cost savings of the new proposal, the CIP 009 VRF implementation. Goes into detail right here for the code. So this should lower the cost of stacking and mining these coins, okay? This CIP replaces the VRF architecture in CIP 006 and again is not backwards compatible. However, the original CIP 006 implementation will remain available and returns the same result. Okay, let's move on to CIP 010, the third CIP out of the 4 that we'll be voting on. Another technical consideration here. It's just going to protect the functions and improve the approval flow here. And it lists out the parameters regarding that. It's going to alter some of the core contract states here. And it's going to update the city wallet addresses. So just a little upgrade to the core contract functions and updating the emissions schedule, and finally updating the token URI. All of this is going to be important. The backwards compatibility here, this CIP replaces the auth contract in CIP 007 and is not backwards compatible. Okay, the fourth proposal is CIP 011. This is regarding technical considerations and governance here. Voting actions, okay? Through the vote on proposal function, a principal can submit their vote for a defined proposal, and the contract will query the core contract for their stacked tokens, then update then update and track the vote totals for the proposed and individual principal. More details there, but it's just going to set in stone the voting calculations and how the chain will add up the votes and provide vote proposal IDs when you vote. Again, more information in the GitHub. I'm going to leave all this in the link below. All right, let me go to the chat for a quick second to see if anyone has any questions. Okay, what's up, Ripple Rick? Ripple Rick says, dang, I haven't made a live in a while. What's up, everyone? What's up, Creole? What's up, man? Good to see your name in the chat. Coolin in the chat. What's up, man? Hopefully I'll get to go live with the Logic Sphere tonight, so stick around for that. Nova TV, what's up, man? Good to see you in the chat. All right, let's go to the final piece that I wanted to discuss tonight. It is a post from Patrick W. Stanley. He is the founder of Join Freehold, and he's a contributor to Mine CityCoins. And he actually previously was the head of growth at Stacks. He is a Bitcoin bug for sure. But he released this post on March 30th, and I just wanted to review this to you. Because there's a lot of technical jargon in the proposals, but he really lays out what these proposals mean and why it's important to the CityCoins ecosystem. The name of the post is CityCoins 2.0, and he wrote this a week or two ago. Let's just jump into it. Observe, orient, decide, act. This is a technique that fighter pilots learn so they can parse available info, make an informed decision, and execute, all within moments. It is known as the OODA loop. The OODA loop is OODA. If a pilot compresses their OODA loop down to mere heartbeats, they can outmaneuver and outcompete other pilots, even if those opponents fly a superior aircraft. Swift decision-making leads to decisive victories. CityCoins isn't facing such high-stakes decisions, at least not today, but our community does need to be able to adapt quickly to ensure a great future and positive impact. Here you has a graph of the OODA loop. Observe, orient, decide, act is the OODA loop. So the OODA loop approach gives us a framework to consider how one, slow feedback loops are impacting CityCoin's growth, and two, together we can create a feedback loop that naturally grows itself. We need to tighten the CityCoin's OODA loop, he continues to write. Today, CityCoins has little competition. Someday soon it will. The absence of competition does not equate to a holiday, but it does offer valuable time and space to improve and future-proof our ecosystem. To do that, we must compete with ourselves. The ongoing success of the project is dependent on one, quicker capital deployment that supports protocol growth, and two, efficient ways of activating new CityCoins. We must accelerate how quickly and effectively capital is deployed from CityCoin treasuries into growing their CityCoin, while having a long-lasting positive impact on the city itself. Alongside that, we must reduce the friction around activating new CityCoins in a way that doesn't diffuse capital or momentum from other cities. Below, I propose a new approach to CityCoins, CityCoins 2.0. CityCoins 2.0 is a two-pronged solution to make faster decisions informed by the community. Here's an idea of how this might work. 1. DAOs for cities. A simple DAO for each city could allow our project to move more quickly and effectively. While crypto governance is still a greenfield with many possible configurations, I think we want the following to be true. 1. Speed up funding proposals and community involvement. 2. Give enough power to the mayor and the city to have meaningful control, but not overly burdensome responsibility. Finally, ensure funds are deployed into initiatives that accelerate the protocol towards its goals of increasing health, wealth, and happiness of the citizens and stakeholders. Finding the right balance for a DAO to deliver on these goals requires a lot of careful thought from the community, and the process would have to be highly collaborative one. With that, here's what I think this could work. The DAO could be made of a CityCoin token holders who have stacked their tokens over a period of time. Okay, this is provable commitment. The DAO community members work together to craft thoughtful proposals for deploying funds that will support the city and the protocol. And the last bullet point, the CityCoin DAO can approve and reject proposals with oversight from the city. An approach like this would add inherent immediate utility to CityCoin tokens by giving holders some voting power with direct or representative, whether direct or representative. Let me just pause right there. So this is why these proposals are going to be huge for the CityCoin ecosystem and holders. And he kind of lays this out. There's going to be this delicate balance between how much the mayor and the city controls of the protocol and how much of the token holders controls or have input or insight into where the CityCoin DAO goes and chooses projects. So the way I see this is these protocols are going to give more power to the token holders, which in return is probably going to require these cities to start, hoarding some of these city coins so they can have just as much of a say as someone who doesn't live in that jurisdiction. For example, I do not live in Miami, but I have Miami coins. So how much voting power should I really have in what goes on in Miami, and I'm not a citizen there? This is going to be a real tricky tightrope that they walk. Let's move on how their city's funds get allocated and ensuring treasury capital allocation is effective, transparent, and supports reinvestment back not only into the city, but also into the CityCoins ecosystem, which in return helps the city. Finding a dynamic that supports having the city government closely involved and in control is important as it ensures alignment between the city, token holders, and city residents. I will explore this more in a future post. This is interesting game theory going on right before our eyes. Okay, the new thing he wanted to lay out here is decentralizing city activations. Step 2 is simplifying the way new CityCoin cities are qualified and activated. Right now, the community does not have a clear approach to deciding which city to activate next. It's unclear who actually is in control. Even if a city has strong support, when and how do we know it's time to activate it? We need a clear, measurable indicator and to know the answer clearly as a collective. Could we allow for virtually any city to be activated at any time, subject to meeting meaningful, measurable thresholds? One approach would be letting the city vote by forwarding stacks, the STX token, into a wallet designed for each city. Once the wallet receives a certain amount, say 2 million stacks, boom, the city is activated. Mining begins automatically, and those forwarded stacks funds are spread across mining the coin for the first week. If the activation threshold is not met within roughly 6 months, the wallet refunds are all forwarded stacks back to their original owners. There will be several major benefits to this approach. Okay, there's 4 he lists here. 1, each new city would have significant capital to start powering community proposals upon activating, assuring the city that there's capital ready to go in supporting them. 2, it's a faster activation and adoption process than the current one, and it doesn't require the city to politic or ponder certain decisions. Okay, number 3, it's a simple, clear, and automated model that can scale across many city coins concurrently, rather than waiting one by one. And finally, 4, it's going to be less risky. Should a proposed city not reach its threshold within the set time frame, say the 6 months, all forwarded stacks for that city could get automatically refunded. Now, rather than everyone voting for every city one by one as a group, people who have a stake in a city can lead the charge. Those uninterested in that city can focus elsewhere. So these proposals are really going to catapult the city coins into a different stratosphere. Finally here, why do we need CityCoins 2.0? We don't want to fast forward 3 years from now and only have a few city coins with little reinvestment back into the dev ecosystem. In the next few years, we want to have hundreds of independent and thriving city coins. Without change now, we won't get there. This new approach would remove the barriers to growing many communities and ecosystems simultaneously, get more developers working on more projects, onboard more community members, and make the protocol more global. All it requires is a little tightening of our OODA loop. Again, this was a post, an article posted by Patrick Stanley. Wow, so a lot of news in the CityCoins ecosystem. This is going to be very interesting. And it's going to be interesting to see how projects like CityCoins compete with the eCash system or the FedNow system or other stable coins. Because I tell you what, when we're looking at those other options for citizens and municipalities to use, the incentives are just going to be so much greater for a city to use a project like CityCoins. All right, let me go to the chat, and I'm going to end the stream here very shortly. Coolin says, "What's up, Creole? What's up, Coolin?" All right, Michael Swain. What do you think it would take for the market cap of CityCoins to bump into the top 200? I hate to say it, but everything seems to demonstrate they are dead. Why am I wrong? Um, so, the projects that have made me the most gains, okay, you get in early and you don't worry about the price, okay? I don't care if CityCoins loses another 90% of its value. Why? Because I see the work going on behind the scenes. It's what the developers are doing. What's the community doing regarding governance? These are the projects that are going to last the longest. All right. Buying, a CityCoin now is like buying Cardano at 1 cent or less than a cent. This is how I see it. Because even back then, when people were saying the same thing about Cardano, I saw what was going on behind the scenes, and now, it reached $3. Okay? I hope that kind of answered your point. Don't look at the price right now. Look at the developers. Actually, let me show you this. Let me show you something. Just to let you know what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, again, this was posted today. Day 1 of Bitcoin Unleashed by Stacks. Hearing from Patrick Stanley, and Bitcoin Zay. All right, Bitcoin Zay is huge with CityCoins, and he's very active in the Miami scene when it comes to CityCoins, okay? Municipal building blocks. I mean, they're out here. The code is there. The developers are there. The governance is there. CityCoins are going to be huge because it's going to provide municipalities income, right? It's going to provide people money. All right. Something else I wanted to show you what's going on down in Miami right now. Let me try to pull this up for you. Give me 1 sec. Okay, decentralizing CityCoins activations. They're out here. Look at these cities. Detroit's on here. Sydney. It's Berlin. It's not just American cities. Philadelphia, right? I don't know what these other cities are. And actually, if we go to the website, we can look that they are growing. This is a worldwide protocol. Anybody can join. It's permissionless. Okay, let me go back to the chat. Coin Holler, what's up? Okay, here's a question. Question here. Peace Creole. I have started my Bitcoin education by reading the Bitcoin Standard and the Fiat ebooks by the same author. Yes, Saifedean Ammous is the author. Excellent guy too. I watched your video on recommended books, CBDCs or Bitcoin. Time will tell. Yes, time is going to tell, but government run protocols are not going to be able to keep up with all of the technological advances, right? Like we're talking about DAOs and DeFi and smart contracts. Governments are nowhere close to that. Okay, and you're right, Nova Media TV, maybe both of them will have their place, but not investment advice. I am betting on the open source permissionless software. All right, some more questions in the chat. Nova TV, Gentlemen of Crypto, I try to watch them every morning. Yes, they're super good. I have some beef with them about their views on Cardano, but other than that, Bitcoin is king, and they realize that, right? It is going to be the king protocol forever. NJ Profit, what's up? Would CityCoins 2.0 be on Stacks still? Yes, it's still going to run on the Stacks protocol. The only thing that's changing is some of the core contracting, their emission schedule, and also they're going to change the structure of the token itself a little bit. So we are going to have to migrate tokens over to the new standard. But everything is still going to be running on stacks. All right, all right. There's no other questions. I'm going to end it. You may catch me over at the Logic Spheres channel. I may try to go live with him tonight to talk some more CBDCs, cryptos, eCash, altcoins, and stacks. So thanks for joining me. I'll try to go back in and put the timestamps here in about an hour or so. CityCoins. It's going to be huge. Stacks. It's going to be huge. Stacks is going to be absolutely massive. Stacks is going to have the market cap that Ethereum has. Let that sink in. All right, peace, everybody. Enjoy your evening. I'll be back on live again tonight sometime. I'm going to try to go live every day this week. Wish me luck. Peace.